If you are a senior, listen up. The IRS is sending $1,400 in stimulus checks very soon, and states are also going to follow with their own stimulus plans. I have all the updates for you, so stay tuned. And if you stay to the end of the video, I'm going to talk to you about what states are going to be doing specifically to help during this time of inflation, where a lot of people are struggling to be able to afford food and basic necessities. But yes, there is a stimulus check that is coming. The IRS is sending payments of $1,400 to select taxpayers. Now, I know when it comes to stimulus, a lot of you are suspicious because there are a lot of people online that have been feeding you some lies for the last year, keeping your hopes up about stimulus. So when I saw this, I was skeptical too, but I had to dig further and see what this is about. Is this the real deal? And it's actually real. It is true that the IRS is about to send these checks, and I'm going to show you the research that I did and show you the evidence so that you know that this is actually happening for those people who are eligible for this particular stimulus. So let's get right into it. Now, if you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, because all we do here is bring you the latest news and updates about Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, and senior discount opportunities and financial assistance. So if you want to be the first to know when we release a new video and when I go live, then hit that subscribe button. Now, let's jump into the research. I did go online to look at this stimulus and say, okay, is this really true? And the New York Times, December 23rd, 2024, which is yesterday, when I recorded this video, has this particular news update. IRS to send out unclaimed tax credit to 1 million taxpayers. Some Americans who qualify for pandemic era tax credit but did not claim it will get $1,400 in their account within the next month. And then ABC News, 1 million Americans to release checks from the IRS, how to know if you're eligible. And it goes on to say approximately 1 million taxpayers will automatically receive special payments up to $1,400 from the IRS in the coming weeks. This is from CNBC. Again, the IRS is sending up to $1,400 to 1 million Americans how to know if you qualify. So my job is to tell you how to know if you are eligible. So let's jump in. But before that, some local news are covering this. This is ABC 7 Chicago, and this is in, I think, Hawaii. 1 million taxpayers will soon receive up to $1,400 from the IRS. How are they, and who are they, and why now? And then this is from Fox 11 in Los Angeles. IRS sending out stimulus checks to 1 million Americans. So as you can see, it is true. It is legit. This is happening. Now the question is, who is going to get this and why? So let's jump into it. So the IRS has announced a massive 2.4 billion stimulus payment program targeting 1 million Americans who missed their previous pandemic payments. This is not a new stimulus, but a recovery of missed payments. The amount will automatically be deposited into bank accounts starting in January 2025. Recipients don't need to file any forms or contact the IRS. This is important. You don't have to do anything. If you're eligible, it is going to hit your bank account. That's how simple it is. This initiative is specifically designed to catch those who missed their pandemic stimulus payments, particularly focused on 600 and 1400 rounds from 2020 to 2021. If you remember, when the stimulus payments started during the pandemic, it started with the $600 payments, and then it went to 1400, and then the third one. So this is to catch people who didn't get the 600 and the 1400 round. That's why it says up to 1400. So some people may receive a check for 1400 because that is what they're eligible for. Payment distribution will be automatic based on IRS internal data review. They will identify who missed payments and send them the money directly. So who gets this payment? The IRS is conducting a comprehensive review of their internal data to find who were eligible but never received their full stimulus payment during the pandemic. Target recipients are those who didn't file tax returns but were eligible for the recovery rebate credit in 2021. Many may not even know they are qualified. Each eligible person can receive up to $1,400, which was the amount the third stimulant payment authorized under the American Rescue Plan. Recipient will also get direct deposit if the IRS has their banking information or paper checks mailed to their last known address. So what do you need to do? For $1,400 stimulus, simply wait. IRS handles everything automatically with no action required. Monitor your bank accounts and mail in January 2025 for payment arrival. If you use payment apps for business, start tracking transactions now to prepare for the new. So this is new information. So I will share that very soon of what you need to know, because there are some changes that are coming for apps that people are using to get money, like Venmo and etc. So I'm going to talk about that. But the stimulus is happening. You need to know this and prepare for it, because those who are eligible will be getting the money automatically. Now, there are states that are doing this also. New Yorkers are going to get money soon, and this is real. Everything I'm telling you today, I'm going to back it up with news information on where I'm getting my information from, so that there is no doubt about whether this is happening. And I'm going to give you state-specific information going forward about which states are preparing to issue stimulus. New York is one of them. Is the inflation relief checks coming up next year, 2025. This is from NBC New York, NBC4 New York. New Yorkers could get inflation relief checks next year under the new plan from the governor. And what is this plan? Well, the governor of New York announced a $500 stimulus plan, and it's an ambitious plan during a press conference in Bronx Corp City Housing Complex to fight inflation. Single taxpayers earning up to $150,000 annually will receive $300, designed to help middle-class New Yorkers cope with rising costs. Joint filers up to $300,000 will get $500, targeting families dealing with increased expenses. The program will be funded by excess sales tax revenue due to inflation, collected due to inflation, essentially returning the extra money back to taxpayers. This is so brilliant, because the government got more money because prices had gone up. So what they expected or budgeted for or were hoping to get from sales tax went up significantly because prices have gone up. So they are getting more sales tax revenue. So this is not creating any new thing or taxing somebody to get more money. It's already in the system, and the government is saying, look, we're returning some of it back to the people who paid for it. I think it's great. I think other states should follow suit, because everybody, especially the middle class, could use $500 extra. That could be, supplement something, you know, and help especially seniors who are looking to get some relief with crushing inflation. Now, here are some state by state updates. Alaska has this permanent fund dividend, and is sending out 1,312 before Christmas. This comes from the state's oil, gas, and natural resources revenue. This has been something that they've been doing. Mesa County, Colorado is distributing $100 refunds to 114,000 active voters due to excess tax collection. Wow, that's good. California continues to support low-income residents with 725 payments to help offset inflation and living costs. And states will have some states, the remaining states, have unspent COVID money that they could also be doing the same thing. So there's no reason why other states should not follow this. And here is my evidence. As you can see, who will receive the 725 stimulus payment this weekend from California. This is a new article from December 13, 2024. Another one, 1,200 stimulus check in December. This is for Alaska. So that is my source. And then this is the Mesa County $100 tax, refund checks. Mesa County is refunding excess revenue to its 114,000 active registered voters following a voter-approved taxpayer bill. The TABOR limits the growth of government revenue and requires the county to return any excess money to taxpayers. Brilliant. In 2023, Mesa County collected approximately 11 million above the limit. Each active voter 18 and older as of November 5th, 25th, 2024 will receive a refund of 100 per voter. The county will begin mailing checks December 16, 20. This is great. This makes me really happy. I wish more counties did this than just hoarding the money or wasteful spending. They can return excess money to taxpayers who are paying it anyway. So I think this is a great idea. Now, here are some things you need to know if you're getting money from Venmo and all these Cash App and PayPal. IRS has some changes coming. 2024, the companies will be required to report any transaction over $5,000. 2025, it will go to $2,500, and then 2026, it will drop to $600. Originally, they had wanted to do $600, and people pushed back because it was so sudden, and so now they are letting everybody know that this is coming. So if you're buying things from Etsy or eBay and you're paying with Venmo and PayPal and Zelle and all that, this is coming. And then there's other things that are coming. Business mileage deduction is 70 cents per mile, up from 3 cents. There's adoption tax credit, which is going to go to 17,280. The adoption credit covers wide range of expenses, court fees, attorney fees, travel expenses, and adoption agency fees. It's to help people who want to adopt, make it easy for them to get this tax credit to do that. So what is going to happen with all these stimulus? When can you expect them? Well, December 2024, current state payments will be distributed in Alaska and Colorado. In January, the IRS will mail the $1,400 payment. New York will start mailing their payments based on their 2026 budget, and all new taxes and threshold takes effect January 1st, 2025. So what's coming? Several states are expected to announce similar programs as they use their remaining COVID funds. Major changes to child tax credits are also coming, so stay tuned. And then watch state legislature in early 2025 for new relief proposals as inflation concerns continue to grow and people are feeling the pain and the pinch of inflation. And so I will stay on top of this, and I'm going to bring you all the news, including where I'm getting my news from, so that everybody's clear that I'm bringing you legitimate news from sources that are close to the action. And unlike other websites or other, people online who are just telling you lies, I'm just going to give you what I see as the news and report it as they are. So stay tuned when I go live the next time. What do you think about all these stimulus changes? Do you think California and Colorado and New York, what they are doing should be done by every other state? What do you think about states returning excess sales tax money back to the people when the people are struggling? These are all things that state legislators can do. And if they're not doing it, it's because they don't want to. But it's within them. They're getting more money than ever because inflation is high, cost of living is high, and they're getting more sales tax than they even expected. So why not return some of it back to the people? So let me know your comments below. And until I see you in the next video, if you're new to this channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video shortly.